Hi guys, welcome back to LeetCode with AK. So I am Aravind here. So today actually we are going to solve one of the interesting problem actually given by the LeetCode as a daily challenge. Actually, we are going to learn one of the famous DSA algorithm. So please try to stick with me till the end. So we are going to learn one of the famous algorithm as well as we are trying to figure out some catch, some gray areas of that. So the problem is really very interesting. It was categorized or please try to stick with me till the end. I will try to explain the given problem statements as well as I will arrive the brute force approach along with the optimized. Please try to stick with me as well as I'm really welcome your comments. Please do your comments. So if you have any doubt and clarification, please do your comments. I'm really happy to read everyone's comment. We'll try to reply you in person. So let's move on to this problem. Okay. The problem and the name is the minimum cost to make array equal. So what they are trying to say, they want to make array as a equal, but they need a way to figure out the minimum cost. Okay, don't assume anything just given by the name. Okay, let's move on to the problem. Okay, so you're given the two index arrays, two zero index array, number and cost consisting each of n positive integer. Okay, so what you have to do, we can do following operation any number of times, increase or decrease any element of the array by one. So what does operation means? So you can increase the element by one or decrease the element by one. Okay, that is they are trying to mentioning as an operation. Okay, so the cost of doing one operation of ith element is cost of I. Okay, so you can increase the given element by one or decrease the given element by one at any number of time. But the cost, there is some cost associated with that. The cost of ith element, let's say, if you take this element, so if you want to do some operation, either you have to increase the element or you have to decrease the element. So if you are increasing element, so what does result will be? The result will be 2. Okay, the cost of doing ith element, it's like cost of I. So suppose if you are incrementing the one, if you are incrementing or decrementing the particular index value, it requires the particular cost. Suppose if you want to convert this value to 3, how many times you have to perform the operation? Definitely, you have to increment one by one, right? So definitely you have to perform 2 times. There is some cost associated with 2 into 2, 4. The cost of converting value 1 to value 3, it's required the 4 cost. So what they are trying to say, we have to figure out the minimum total cost, start, all the element of array becomes equal. So you have to convert this array becomes equal. I mean, you have to make all index values a similarly one, same one, but we have to figure it out the minimum cost of that. Let's take this the given input. Okay, let's move on to this. Please, okay, you have to make the equal array at the end. So we know the objective. Okay, let's do. Okay, I can, if you want to make this array equal, so what all the way? Either I can do 1, 1, 1, I can convert all the value equal to 1, 1, or I can convert all the value equal to 3, 3. Wait, I can convert all the value, or I can convert all the value equal to 3, 3, or I can convert all the value equal to 5, 5. The final one is 2. This is the way actually there are four possibilities. So the four possible way you have to make the array as a equal, but among these there is some cost associated with each index value. Okay, so you have to figure out the minimum out of all of the possibilities. So if you are trying to convert the given array value to 111, there is some cost associated with that. Let's say there is some cost of 8 for converting all the value equal to, say, let's say that the cost is 7. For this the cost is 10. For this the cost is 14. I'm just giving some example on it. So this is not the actual accurate value. So out of this, what is the minimum cost? The minimum cost is 7. So which means at the end, you have to transform the array to 3, all the index value equal to 3. The cost is really minimum, it's required only 7. So you have to transform your given array as a equally to as well as you have to try to find out the minimum cost. Okay, let's take this it's an example. Okay, let's see. If you I just want to convert, so my intention is I just uh, want to convert or transform all values to 1. Okay, let's move on to this problem. Okay, if you want to did you have to transform this value? Definitely not, because already value is 1. Okay, right. Okay, so what is this one? 3. So how many ways? So they are clearly mentioning it can able to perform the operation. What is operation? It's nothing but you can increase or decrease by 1 at once. Okay, you can do any number of times, but you can increase or decrease by 1. So for changing this value to 1, definitely you have to decrease this value by 2 times. For cost of one operation is 3. So definitely I have to perform 2 times. So 2 into 3, I mean the cost is 3. Okay, 2 into 3. So that just assume the cost. The very first time, I don't want to change anything. The 1 doesn't record any value. Then 2 into 3, and then it becomes one, and then what is the cost of converting? So I have to perform 4 operations. 4 times I have to decrement. So what is the cost? Is 1. Okay, so once I am decrementing the 4 times, okay, the cost of I have to decrement 4 times to make 5 to 1. The cost is 1 for each operation. And then this one actually it's required only one decrement. So one decrement into 14. So what is the summation? 0 plus 6 plus 4, 10, and 10 plus 14 equal to 24. So this is what 10 plus equal to 24. So similarly, you have to convert all the value equal to 3 and all the value equal to 5, all the value equal to 2, and check the entire cost and take the minimum value out of that. That would be your answer. Okay. So just consider this example. So here, all of the given values are 2, 2. Is there any other? Do you have to perform any other operation? Definitely not, because all the given values are 2. Then why should I have performed the operation? So answer should be 0. Okay. So the very first, just think how to arrive the brute force approach, because just think you don't even know anything about the data structure, but I clearly explained the problem statement. Now you know about the problem statement. What are the gray areas? How to handle the input? Okay. They are given in number array. They are given in the cost array. You have to figure it out the minimum cost to make the equal array. Okay. You are very much okay with the given problem statement. So what is next? So okay, just think what is brute force approach. You can uh, try to solve this problem. Definitely, why not the nested loop? Definitely, I can solve this problem using nested loop, because okay, every time, okay, actually I'm trying to transform the value to 1, and then I move on to the next iteration. The next iteration is a 3. Then what does this mean? So you have to transform all the value equal to 3, calculate the cost, and next iteration is 5, transform the all the values equal to 5, and calculate the cost, and entirely once you end with the iteration, just try to take the minimum value out of that. It's very simple. So what I'm trying to say, so I just changing my language preference to JavaScript. Okay, fine. The very first time, what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to iterate all the values for the given value. Okay, let's say this is minimum cost. Okay. Okay, I'm just declaring the minimum cost variable with the number that max. So the very first time, the number of the I equal to 0. So I equal to 1. So what I have to do? I have to find out the minimum cost. Then I have to iterate. So the very first time I'm standing it here, just iterate all the values to transform into 1 and try to figure out the cost. Okay, let's say j equal to 0. Why not j equal to I? I may stay at here. So I have to start from iteration from 0 to here to transform all the value to I. Not only the element which is standing after the particular index, I have to iterate all the elements to transform the particular value. Okay, then j less than number dot length jj plus. Okay, so what I have to do? Just declare one temp variable. Just declare one temp cost. Okay, equal to 0. So every time transform your particular index. Okay, math dot absolute. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to just figure out the difference between the particular index value with current iteration. Along with that, the cost of j. Simple math, very simple. And finally, update your min cost. Is a 10 cost? Yes, that's it. That's it. Finally, just check your min cost equal to number dot maximum value. Why I'm checking this condition? This is specifically to handle this kind of input, because if you're iterating this input, definitely always your min cost. Okay, you can simply handle that. No, you don't think that. You simply return that. So what I am trying to do, the very first time, take this number array, take this number array. Okay. The very first time my I equal to 0, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to convert all the value equal to I. So how to figure out the cost of conversion? Just let's say if you want to transform 4 equal to 1, 4 equal to 1. In that case, how many times you have to decrease? You have to decrease it 3 times. So what you have to do? You have to find out the difference between 4 minus 1, which will give the difference, right? That is what I'm doing. So number of I minus number of j, which will give the difference between these two values. Then what is the cost associated with? The cost is nothing but it's given in a cost array. So I will simply add it to my temp cost. So at finally, your temp cost will hold the cost of converting all your array to make it as a equal. Then I'm doing simple math.min calculation. And finally, I'm returning this one. Okay. So if you're clear with this, the brute force approach, definitely almost you just clear the 70% of part, only 30% of part is left, because this problem statement, this brute force approach will almost out of 40, there is some 48 test cases for this problem. Almost 41 test cases will get successfully, but definitely, what is the time complexity this for? Okay, you're doing nested loop, so definitely there is O of n squared. What is the space complexity? I'm not creating any extra array. Definitely there is O of 1. Okay, I'm pretty much sure with that. Okay, so let's say if the given input elements in 10 to the power, 10 to the power of 5, in that case, your code will run 10 to the power of the 10 to the power of 10 execution, right? Definitely you will get TLE exception, because this is O of n squared O of n squared time complexity code. This is really the brute force code. This will won't work for 10 to the power of 5 instruction. So in that case, definitely you have to try to figure out the way to optimize that. Okay. So then the really interesting thing comes into the picture. Okay. I will ask one question to you. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. I just want to make this array as a equal. How many ways I can make this array is equal? There is a three-way, right? I can make all the element to one. I can make all the element to. I can make all the element to three. So there is a three-way. Three. So let's don't worry about, just forget about the cost, just consider only the given problem statement, the array. I just want to make this array as a equal, or I just want to make all of the values as equal. So I don't, so far I don't know about the cost. Okay, just forget about the cost. In that case, how many times you have to perform the operation? What is the operation here? So just increment the value by one or decrement the value by one, right? So in that case, if you want to transform all the values to one, in that case, you have to decrement this one, you have to decrement this one equal to 2 times. So for transferring all the values to one, you require 3 operations. Okay, fine. To transform to 2, you require only 1 and 2 operations. Okay, fine. To transform all the value equal to 3, then you require, so for converting 1 to 3 is to the 2, this one 3 to 1, so totally 3 operations. Okay. out of this, what is the minimum? Which particular transformation is taking minimum operation? Which particular value? Two, for converting your for this given array, if you want to if you want to make the equal array, definitely you have to transform all the values to two only that would require only the minimum operation, right? So what it clearly illustrating. So you have to figure out the mid element. So if you are, let's say this is the given element, if you try to figure out the mid element, so what you have to do, you have to transform all your left value to mid, all your left value equal to mid, all your right value equal to mid. In that case, your mid element would be the answer, right? So so at finally you have to transform the given array equal to 2 that records only the minimum operation. So I found one catch, right? This is really interesting one. This is where actually we are trying to navigate to your optimized approach. Okay, I know. Okay, is this required for that to solve this problem? Definitely not, because this is very simple intuition. This is a little bit catch, but there is something associated with that. What is that? Cost is, right? I don't want to figure out the minimum operation to make array equal, as well as I have to figure out the minimum cost, right? Minimum cost. So that is another thing is associated with that. It's called cost. So how to figure out the minimum cost? So that is the real question. Okay, how to do that? Okay, definitely the problem can be solved by using binary set. You may ask how we are directly jumping into the binary set. Okay, I will tell you how we are interacting. So in binary set, what you will do, right? Okay, let's say this is the given array. So I want to, so my target is two. My target is so. What you will do with binary set? So every time you will try to find out the mid element, okay, you will check whether your mid element is matching with target or not. If matching with target, you will simply return mid. Otherwise, you will eliminate either your left part or your right part, right? Let's say if I'm just checking my mid element is not matching with target. So what I will do, I will just eliminate my left part or I will just eliminate my right part. In that case, from very next subsequent part, I'm trying to traversing my left part or right part, right? So your array is getting, the size of your array getting is shrink. Finally, you will meet at one particular index. That index would be your target value, right? So clearly, so here in this problem, you have to try to find out the mid element. So mid element, the cost of converting, the minimum cost of converting. So what you have to do, there is a one gray area, right? I said, right? So most of the people is think the binary sets will work only for the Saturday. Yes, binary sets will only for the Saturday. Let's say if the problem statement is there, they, in some case they may not given the array as a starter. In that case, there is some way, even though they are giving the array is not starter, there is some way to do that. Let's say I'm just taking this array as an example. Okay, what I have to do? Okay, what is the min? So every time I have to figure it out. My left pointer and right pointer. I know the left pointer and right pointer. Using that left pointer and right pointer, I'm trying to finding out the mid and then checking my mid. So before you're moving into a binary set, you should ask two questions to yourself. What is your target? My target is 0 to my target is 0 to n minus 1. Okay, I'm very much aware about my target state. Okay, fine with that. What is the elimination? I mean, your condition. What kind of condition you are going to use? Let's say uh, once after figuring out a mid equal to left plus right divided by 2. Okay, so what you have to do with mid? So in that case, you're trying to let's figure out the cost. Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out the cost of conversion for this mid element. Cost of conversion for this mid. I just want to compare some value, right? I'm comparing with cost of conversion of mid along with the cost of conversion of mid plus 1. In that case, I'm simply checking. Let's say, uh, let's say Uh, this is the mid element. Okay, I'm trying to check the cost of conversion for this particular element as well as for this 3 and 5. let's say if the cost of conversion of 3, okay, cost of conversion of 3 is less than cost of conversion of 5. In that case, what I have to do, the cost of conversion for mid plus 1 is really greater. Your let's say this is your mid part. Okay. In that case, your cost of conversion of your mid plus one is really greater than your cost of conversion of your mid element. In that case, what you have to do? You have to simply left your left part because I need only the minimum value. Minimum value. I don't want the maximum value. My mid plus one already too much cost is required. Okay, definitely maybe or may not be my mid would be the answer, but my mid plus one definitely not. The mid plus one as well as the subsequent element of the mid plus one definitely not in my answer. I will simply shrink my array space. I will simply eliminate my left face. I will move on to my right face because my answer somewhere resides in my right places. I mean right part. Okay. In that case, okay, what I have to do, I'm just checking, sorry, this is left and this is right. Okay, I'm just checking the cost of conversion of 3 is less than its cost of conversion of 5. If yes, then what I will do, I will simply remove our right space. Otherwise, if else, what I will do, okay, in that case, what I will do, okay, my cost of mid is really greater than mid plus one. In that case, definitely my answer should be in the mid plus one, right? So what I am doing, I'm just implementing my left equal to mid plus one. You may ask why you are not updating mid equal to right minus one, because that might be a possibility. Let's consider this. 2, 1 and 2. What is the mid? 1. What is the mid plus 1? 2. The cost of conversion, in that case, your 1, let's say your cost of conversion of cost of 1, cost of 1 is really less than cost of 2. In that case, what you have to do, definitely there may be or may not be in near future, the cost of 1 would be your answer or may not be your answer. I'm not worrying about that. So far now, I'm just taking the, as of now, the cost of 1 would be my answer. So, but meanwhile, I have to traverse to my left part. I will try to find is there any other better opportunity or better possible answer is available or not. So that's why instead of taking mid equal to right minus 1, I'm just eliminating this part. I'm taking mid equal to, my right equal to mid. Okay, so I'm just moving my right. So for every binary set, so what we are trying to do, we are trying to create a left pointer as well as a right pointer. You have to iterate till your left pointer is lesser than right pointer. Finally, so your left pointer would be the answer. So your left pointer, finally you have to figure it out the cost of your left pointer. So this problem is clearly solved by using the binary set, but there is a little bit gray area and catch here and there. So you can, once you're good with the problem statement, definitely you can able to solve this problem. So I will try to, already I solved this problem. I will try to explain it here. So, okay. Okay, so very first time, actually, what I'm trying to find I need a left pointer and right pointer, right? For that, actually, I'm taking the min and maximum value. Let's say if this is the given array, in that case, I need a left and right pointer for this given array. In that case, I'm taking the mid element, I mean minimum element. What is the minimum element? It's 1. What is the maximum element? It's 4. So definitely my answer somewhere resides between 1 and 14, right? Just I'm taking this value. This is my left. This is my left and this is my right. Okay, what I'm trying to do, I have to trying to find out mid element. Just check the cost of conversion of mid and mid plus one. Very simple. Cost of conversion of mid and mid plus one. So how to calculate the cost? So this is the cost of conversion for mid and mid plus one, right? So you can simply utilize this. You can put it in some separate function block as a cost of conversion. I will do it right away. Okay, function cost of conversion. Okay, I'll simply utilize this. I don't want to check. So the only thing what you have to do, you have to I need number array, I need cost array, as well as I need with index. Okay, I need index. Very simple. So this is the cost of conversion. Okay. So every time I try to figure out a mid element, pass my mid and mid plus one to the cost of conversion, and try to check whether the mid is less than mid plus one or not. If my mid is less than mid plus one, if my mid is less than mid plus one, in that case, just swing the left part or right part, depending on the condition. I will write a pseudocode. I will straight away jump into the code. Okay. The very first time I'm taking the minimum value as a left pointer. I'm taking the right pointer as a maximum value. Okay, for this particular array, the min element equal to 1. So definitely your left pointer equal to 1 and the maximum element equal to 5. So definitely your answer somewhere reside between 1 to 5, somewhere reside between. Okay, and this is a formula for getting, figuring out the mid elements. So left plus right pointer divided by 2, this is your mid. Now we have left pointer, right pointer, and mid element, everything in your hand. So what is net? The very basic binary set. Simply try to iterate your left pointer is exceeding till your right pointer. This is what I'm doing. So what I said, every time calculate calculate cost for your mid and mid plus one. Okay. If my mid if my mid is really lesser than my mid plus one, definitely my answer somewhere in right, somewhere in my left part. So I will simply omit that. I will simply for omitting this one. What I will do, I will omit the right pointer. I will just shrink my right pointer equal to mid, and then if my mid is really greater than mid plus one, in that case, definitely my answer somewhere reside in my right part. So that's why I'm just shrinking my left pointer. My left pointer equal to mid plus one. So once after the particular execution is done. So what will happen? You are meeting some particular mid element. That mid element would be your answer. Not only your here you need a cost, right? Then you have to figure out the cost for that mid element. So you got a mid element, but you want to figure out the cost for that mid element. That's why I called the cost of calculate cost method again to figure out the minimum cost for that. Actually, this problem is really very, very interesting and very too simple. Please don't forget about this tag or tag. The problem is really very, very interesting. So now coming to the final part, what is the time and space complexity? Here I am creating any other additional space here? No, I'm not creating. Just I'm creating a variables only. I'm not creating any other. So the space complexity uh, would be O of 1. Okay, what about the time complexity? For just check what is the time complexity for taking the mid element. For even though you're using math.min, behind the scene, your array has to traverse entire element to take the min element. Okay, this one requires O of n, this one requires O of n. Okay, the what about the binary sets? Binary sets require log n time complexity. So inside that log and template, what you're doing, you're calculating cost. For calculating the cost, you have to iterate. You have to iterate all of the array. So definitely that, let's say your array is size of n. In that case, you have to iterate n element, right? So time complexity would be O of n. So total time complexity equal to, this is 2 O of 2 O of n plus O of n log n. Log n for the binary says and n for calculating the cost. Okay, so what is the max for time and space complexity? At worst case, you have to take the maximum value. For worst case, that is time complexity would be O of log n. So this is the problem. This is really very much interesting problem. I will try to post this the code in my comments. Please do your comments. So if you have any doubt and clarification, please try to contact me. I'm really very much happy to help you everyone. So okay, thanks for the day. Okay, let's meet on tomorrow with another interesting problem. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.